way of speaking, this is how I deliver my message. It comes in a form that sometimes people have a hard time getting their head around, right? But I realize in every place I go that one of the problems with us getting the message is that people don't know how to talk to us. They can't reach us. You see what I'm saying? They can't reach us. You got white boys up in the college, they ivory tower motherfuckers. They got a lot of theory. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? Come on.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
So they got a lot of theory, right? White boy can give you 100 statistics on why niggas ain't doing good, right? But he don't live in the hood.
No.
See? I said he can give you a lot of statistics on why niggas ain't doing good, but he don't live in the hood.
Come on.
Right.
See? He can tell you all day long about, well, you know, niggas can't come up. You know? Black people are all of the ones they new language out here. The new world order. That's what I call it. The new world order. Right? He out here talking about, well, we want to take it back to the plantation. Have you heard this rhetoric? Who know what I'm talking about? Right? He want to take it back to the plantation. Rick Perry, another one. All these motherfuckers, they want to take it back to the plantation. They want to take it back to a time when, right, when they can string niggas up and do whatever they want to do, and they trying to act like they trying to plan for a better world without niggas. You see? See, so I don't have no love. I tell white folks. A lot of black folks get upset when I say, you know what, I don't have no love for white folks. I respect them, just like I used to fight. I respect my enemy, but when the bell rang, I don't like this motherfucker. I don't love him. See, I respect him because I know the nigga can fight. When that bell ring, I hate you. The bell done rung, shit. I hate white folks. That's what I'm talking about. I ain't losing no sleep. You understand what I'm saying? Don't hurt my heart. I'm just saying. Right? You got to reserve your hate for who you're supposed to reserve it for. Most people you can't trust no motherfucking way. Better not trust no white boy. He done showed you his history. I mean, shit, how long it's got to go on? How long it's got to go on before we understand, realize that these motherfuckers don't mean us no good? You see what I'm saying? They're the ones that promoted the multiculturalism. Integration. Right? Niggas was closer when they was in slavery than they is now. Who know what I'm talking about?
Come on. Come on.
That's what I'm talking about. See? We had more of a family when we was in slavery. I'm pulling for you. I'm looking out for you. Trying to help you get out. Now that we done got integration, shit, niggas don't even want to know each other. Right? That was more business before integration than there is now. The hoods were together. Why? Because we had to count on one another, look out for one another. But as soon as they integrated, they knew what they was doing. That was the whole point. Integrate them neighborhoods, then we can break them up. It's the same Willie Lynch thing. Right? Integrate, right? Then they start making us believe that Mr. Charlie Ice is colder, that we go. Right? It wasn't about civil rights, it was consumer rights. I want to shop in the same store as white folks. But it ain't your store. Okay? It's his store. Now he good. See what I'm saying? I don't get down with that shit. I try to spend as much of my money with niggas as possible. You know what I mean? These motherfuckers are everywhere, so they got the economy, but where I can, we have to beat our own revolution. I make my effort. Niggas, that's what I deal with. Niggas, I don't like speaking to white people. I deal with them enough. I'm damn near 55 years old. I don't deal with them too much no more. Little as possible. Right? Because I've been watching them. I watched my father watch them. Right? Shit, he voted. Didn't accomplish shit. After a while, I started realizing, you know what? They keep talking about vote, but that vote don't do shit. Right. Apparently. Right? It don't do nothing. See? So, after a while, right, if you a nigga and you living in the hood and you come up on the streets and you running them streets, right? Like I'm running them streets, you start seeing the real world. You start seeing niggas living on the street. I was homeless for 18 months at one point in my life. It's a whole different world when you living at the bottom, right? You're getting your shit out the dumpster, right? See, you need motherfuckers on the, right? I met some decent white boys when you're at the very motherfucking bottom.
Decent, huh?
Right?
They weren't good, they were decent.
But even the lowest white motherfucker still think he better than me. My boys get high on that shit.
Fire up, let me get high too then, player. Come on.
They don't even change at the very bottom of this motherfucker.
Right.
He still think he better. Why? Because that's what his society
Nature, man.
sold him. See, so I done been at the very bottom, and I'm going to the top. Rising. After a certain point, I said, I ain't gonna be broke no more fucking more. I went through that. So then I just start getting my hustle on the way I get my hustle on. Right? If it's illegal, I get right up to that motherfucking line, the illegal line. Right? Because they do what they tell you, stay off of it.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
They be all over all day. You be good. Don't fuck no boy. Don't do that. I will. You need that.
Right.
I will. True, though.
Right?
That's right.
Always trying to make a nigga moral. And they less than moral.
Come on.
See, it's just too much hypocrisy. My father, right, praise be unto him, taught me a lot of shit. My mama, who I'm always, if you've ever heard my blog talk program, left me with a lot of what I call mama-isms. Put shit back where you got it, boy. You know what I'm saying? If you borrow something from somebody, give it back. You see what I'm saying? All that type of shit, that old wisdom. They ain't giving it to us now. And so what happens is, what the white boy gave us is guilt. See, in 2012, we are so ensconced in multiculturalism and trying to integrate that we feel guilty when we try to look out for one another. You feel a little guilt.
Come on. What's that?
See what I'm saying? That's crazy. That's crazy. You see what I'm saying? If I'm hired, if I'm in a position to hire, they got me feeling guilty about hiring you.
Come on.
But they ain't got no problem with hiring a white person.
Right. Thank you.
They put you on the multiculturalism. Make you feel guilty about Barack Obama just because he's black. You goddamn right.
Real talk, man. Real talk.
Right? Y'all do, if I'm voting, y'all doing it every day.
Yeah.
Come on.
I want to good.
I'm voting for the high yellow nigga. As long as he don't like you, motherfucker. He the worst president in history. Okay? He can be the worst one.
I'm good, man.
I'm keep pushing Barack.
Right.
Right? You motherfuckers, y'all been in 44 motherfuckers, 43 presidents. Right? Always shitting and then expect the nigga to clean up.
Come on now.
See,
Come
that's
on.
what Barack is doing. Cleaning up y'all shit.
Come on.
Right? George Bush shitted on the White House steps on the way out. Here, get that, Barack.
Come on.
Right? He still cleaning this motherfucker up. You know what I'm saying? So, see, white folks, is like my fight, fight fair, boy. Be fair. That's one of his favorite phrases. Be fair. These motherfuckers ain't fair.
Right.
If you fair, I ain't got no problem with you. I ain't got no problem with white folk who want to be fair. I ain't got to love them, but the motherfucker, if you fair, okay, cool. We can shake hands on it, right?
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Fighters, they shake hands before the fight. Okay, well, we try to knock the shit out you. we fighting fair. No hitting below the belt, right? They give you some rules. See? No hitting below the belt, no hitting behind the head. If you try to run away, you can't sock the motherfucker in the back of his noggin. See? You got to give all these rules and shit.
Ain't no rules.
But they telling you, but they don't follow them. See, that's the problem. But what they have done to niggas is they have got us on morality, guilt, church. That's why they gave us the Bible. They gave us the Bible so they could put in morality in us. So later on, 100 years later, when I start doing you wrong, you know what I'm saying? That's how they do us. See, that's what they have put on us. They have put guilt and morality on niggas, and this is one of the main reasons why we cannot be free. We cannot be free because they have taught us, they have replaced our nigger mind with the hunky mind. They replaced the nigger mind with the white mind. See, they put their mind in your, they have pimped us like the pimp did. Put my mind in your mind. They have put their mind in our mind so we can't be free. Because we continue to think, oh, okay, if I do that, that's wrong. If I do that, I'm guilty. White boy, Jesus died for you on the cross. See? But we never think about this shit. I'm trying to destroy all that shit. Every word out of my mouth is to destroy the paradigm that white folks, I call them hunkies, right, have given us. That's what my paradigm is. Why? Because you have to shop niggas in order to free. Like, nigga, don't you realize you're free? You don't have to continue to follow this shit. Why? What did Harry tell you to say? She said, I freed 1,000 people. And I could have freed 1,000 more if they just known they was free.
That's a long way.
See what I'm talking about? But we don't. Why? Because the mind is, the white boy has got into the head. The head. They kill everybody in here. You are a citizen. You see what I'm saying? But in 1857, Judge Taney told Dred Scott in Missouri, where I'm from, that you don't have no rights. A black man has no rights that a white man is bound to respect. And that opinion has never been reversed. No right that a white man is bound to respect. Bound. You see that word?
Bound.
You gotta watch white folks, because they like to use words of art. Bound. In other words, he is not even connected to respecting you. You don't have to. This was the Supreme Court, which should be abolished. Like the Federal Reserve, it should be abolished. You see what I'm saying? But they told you, right, they came along and they talked words of art. So I'm setting this up because I'm trying to get y'all to see that you're already free. But you don't know how to take advantage, or you have to start taking more advantage, right, of that freedom. They tell us that what? Juneteenth was a celebration of niggas who was free, but they didn't know they was free. Until what? Damn near 2-3 years later. Niggas still picking cotton. They didn't even get the message. But they was already free, they still picking. Come along, now it's Juneteenth, so we celebrate this every June for about a week, which is a celebration. And guess where it came down to? This is one of the last places to get the motherfucking message.
That's right.
Texas.
Huh?
Texas.
Who knows what I'm talking about?
Tell the truth. Yes, sir.
Texas.
Gal.
Y'all know y'all free down this
Gal.
This is mega team. Mega team. You're free. You're free. See what I'm saying? But it's all over the country. It's all over the country. The only thing standing in the way is how they use words. I'm gonna show you how they use words. Y'all got a minute?
Yes, sir.
I got been here a second.
Yes, sir.
But this is how they got it. They start using words.
Citizenship.
Citizenship. Or still on the ship. Still on that ship. See what I'm saying? Still on the ship. Get off this motherfucker. Right here. Get rid of this. A citizen is just another word for slave. They don't tell you that per se, but they do tell you when you read your Constitution. See? And if we're going to be free, certain documents and things we got to start reading, right? Now, allegedly, the Constitution is a contract. How many of y'all read it? If this applies to us, right? That's what they tell us. But they tell you right here in the 13th Amendment. Let's read the 13th Amendment. The 13th Amendment was proposed on January 31st, 1865, and ratified on December 6, 1865. Section 1. Neither slavery nor involuntary servitude, except, there's the term, except as a punishment for crime whereof the party shall have been duly convicted, shall exist within the United States or any place subject to their jurisdiction. Did y'all catch that?
Except.
Except, and then they tell you that slavery is still in effect.
Right.
Right?
Read it one more time.
One more time.
One more time, man.
Neither slavery, this is a slave clause. A brother named Robert Brock went through all of this. You can Google him, you can look it up. He went through all the slave clauses that are still in the Constitution. Neither slavery nor involuntary servitude, except as a punishment for crime. Right? That's like the slick part of this. Why? Because capital punishment didn't come in till niggas got out of slavery.
Wow.
And capital means what? The head. From the French who chopped off your motherfucking head. The guillotine. That's what a capital punishment is, taking of the head. And it didn't really come into existence until they allegedly freed niggas. Now we got capital punishment. They weren't killing white folks, they were killing niggas during that time. So now we got capital punishment. Crime, right, is niggas. That's what the crime was. So every time you're talking about crime, how do we know? They locked us up, white boy statistics. 10 to 1. For every one of them, 10 of us. That ain't good, is it?
No, sir.
That ain't good. They telling you what's going to 2 million. Right? That's just in the states. We ain't talking about federal, local, county, city. We ain't talking about them. You get up to 4 million. That damn near more niggas in prison now than there was in slavery at this period. That ain't good. Neither slavery nor involuntary servitude, except as a punishment for crime, wherever the party shall have been duly convicted, shall exist within the United States. Okay? Crime, we know who they put in jail, prison most of the time, and then they say where the party shall have been duly convicted. That's the next term phrase. Because you ain't being duly convicted. Most niggas don't get due process.
Right.
You see? We don't get due process. They try to act like they're giving you due process, but 99.5% white boy statistics. Of most trials, of most cases, don't even go to trial. 9 out of 10 motherfuckers do not get a trial. They plea bargain. Why? Because the prosecutor comes in and tells you he got this, and the third on you, and if you don't do this, I'm gonna give you 40 years. I'm gonna give you 50 years. You see what I'm saying? And since most niggas don't know their rights or how the shit's supposed to work, which is why I talk about hood laws, that's why I'm here, right? We throw in the towel. Because we don't know where to stand. And the lawyer that they give us is working for the state. The public defender, this motherfucker just got out of high school. Right? He can't even defend himself. If this nigga, if he defended himself, he'd go to prison. Well, here he is, just trying to defend you. Don't know the law. See what I'm saying? But that's what they give you. Right? A few of us been through the system, right? Okay. Beat somebody up? You gotta go in. Yeah. You look like you hurt somebody. Right? That's what happened. We've been through the system. More ways than one. In the system, writing about the system, sitting in courtrooms. Right? I started working for the lawyer who kept me out of prison. Right? Because he was a city prosecutor. just to get into it and start learning this shit, right? Right? Because I'm like, you know what? Shit, you can keep niggas out of jail. You can keep niggas out of prison. The only look, the information you get here is the shit that white people talk about all the time when they got an expensive lawyer. But it's easy. They just don't tell you that. Johnny Cochran showed you that. He showed you that. Read his book if you got some time on your hands. Right? Johnny Cochran said, pull that timeline out on the motherfucker. Right? If you say you committed a crime, pull a timeline out and show where this person was every 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes. You can't fuck with that timeline. You see what I'm saying? But that don't happen in a trial. Right? He showed you about display. Put the glove on. If it don't fit, you got to quit. That's the best acting job OJ ever did in his life. Right? I can't get this motherfucker. Oh! They still do that with motherfuckers. They talk about rape. Oh, this kind don't fit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so.
A lot of them be free. Have been duly convicted. So that means we have to go to the 14th. All persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States and of the states wherein they reside. No state shall make or enforce any law which shall abridge the privileges or immunities of citizens of the United States, nor shall any state deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without the due process of law. It never happens. We don't get duly convicted. But they're saying in the 13th Amendment that slavery exists if you've been duly convicted, but you don't get duly convicted because there ain't been no due process. Right? But we don't know this because most of our brothers and sisters go through the prison system or the justice system. They have ineffective counsel. So when they try to get a point raised, they done missed that 180-day cutoff. You got 180 days, most of these states, to appeal after your case. After that, 181, bye. Bye, you missed it. And they don't give a goddamn because that's a nigga, they don't care about that. 181, I'm just a day late. I don't care if you're a day late. They coming at this from the military tribunal.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Here's some time in that. I used to write up performance reports. Them motherfuckers have to be letter perfect. I's dotted, T's crossed. Why? Because they had to go into a serviceman's record. If you had one letter off, you had to do the whole thing over. And it was long as a motherfucker. I used to damn near cry when I had to do them. Because if you messed up, that's was before the computers and shit. You had to do the onion skin shit. If you messed up, you had to type it all over. Couldn't be off. That's the way they be doing with these laws and shit, see? So this is how we get caught up. So a lot of brothers have to go to prison on the technicality. They're not guilty. They haven't had a fair trial, but they can't protest because they came in on day 81 or 181. Or in an appeal, you can only appeal on the facts that have been brought up in the initial trial. So if you have a stupid lawyer, which most of us do, right? They don't object in the initial trial, you can't bring it up. See? So that's why I'm saying, if we know this, right? You damn near object to everything the prosecution says. It's all to say the motherfucker will get tired of me if I'm defending you. I'm objecting to everything. Because he's trying to paint you as an animal. Wrong. Prejudice in the jury. Objection. See what I'm saying? Asking you a leading question. Objection. See what I'm saying? He got a size 12 foot. Objection. You trying to do somebody's dick, white women scared of big dicks. Objection. Don't no inference. You see what I'm saying? You damn near objecting everything along the way. Just raise it up. It don't matter if the judge go overrule. I don't care about that. It's in the record. That way, when I go to appeal, I can bring the motherfucker back up in appeal. Most of us have to win our trial on appeal. See, that's the slick.
Come on with it, bro.
You got to win your trial on the appeal. Because you're going to get ineffective counsel. But if that shit is raised up as an objection, you have reserved your right. If you got to go through a trial. Now, we can go to the appeal where the judges got a little bit more sense. And that's where you win your victory. See, but this is not being taught and it's not being shared with our brothers and sisters. So they lose the appeal too. See, this is how they're getting us this ignorance, stupidity of how the law works. See what I'm saying? But that shit got to change. And that's what hood laws is about. That's what this hood laws is about. If you don't have it, get it. Got some up here. It's about all the little loopholes, a lot of the loopholes in the law. See, because the law is really not that hard, it's common sense. They use a lot of bullshit on us, but it's really common sense that frees you. If you don't know it, right, you fool. You see a magician pull a rabbit out of a hat, I didn't motherfucker do that. You think he done something good. Motherfucker got 2 rabbits. You just don't know. So it seems like it's a miracle to you, but it ain't shit. You see what I'm saying? My father used to pull his finger off. That's what I thought. Looked like he pulled his finger off. Y'all seen that trick, right? When they do that, look like he pulled his finger off. Damn, how you do that? Right? It's an illusion. It all looks real when you don't know how the trick is done. But when you know how the trick is done, you see how easy it is to get free. They tell everybody in here that you are a citizen. Right? But yet, most people do not know that you have the right to renounce your citizenship. Did y'all know that? And still stay on the soil. Right? No country can kick a citizen out of the soil that they was born on without going through the International Criminal Court. They can't do it. You see? So you can renounce your citizenship for all kinds of motherfucking reasons. Right? I don't like this country. I'm a conscious objector. I'm religious. I tell everybody, start using your ministerial title, your ministerial exception. Because that's the strongest law right there. Ecclesiastical, canonical, common law. You can renounce your citizenship and they cannot kick you out the country. But where are they going to send you? They got to get another country to accept you. See, so you're basically undocumented living on this soil. You'll still be able to stay here. How do we know? There are 20 million motherfucking Mexicans living right here now, undocumented. They ain't going nowhere. In fact, as a result of that, they changing the laws now because there's so many of these undocumented Mexicans. They've already figured this shit out. Driving and every motherfucking thing. Getting insurance, going to school, getting college scholarships, but undocumented. Anchor babies, they call them. The mom and father come here to drop the baby so they can have so-called American citizenship. They're born on this soil because once you're born on this soil, that's it. They driving around doing every motherfucking thing. See what I'm saying? You do not, citizenship is an illusion. Citizenship is just about the paperwork. You get a birth certificate, right? Get a social security number. All of that makes you a citizen. But that's the federal government. You don't need any of that shit to live and survive on the soil. On the soil. But it's been so ingrained. We hear citizenship, patriotism. That shit is ingrained in you. Okay? So you struggle for it. You fight for it. There are people living on American soil, not a citizen, millionaires, everything else. Got people working for them. See? But they say on you this right here. Why? Because That way they can control you, know where you are. Right? They tell you, well, if you want to get out the country, you got to be a citizen. Can't give you a passport. There are 1,000 motherfucking ways out of the United States. Right? If a nigga was in trouble and didn't know how to get out of the United States, right now I can show him. Let's go, nigga. It's nighttime. We go. If you got north, south, east, and west, there's 4 directions out of here. You can get out this motherfucker. Look, they got ships down in South Carolina. Go straight from South Carolina to India. Pay this motherfucker $300. You go to India with Habib and Hirash Nash, and you go. He would take that shit and you can get on there with them oil tankers and be out this motherfucker. If you just had to be. You see what I'm saying? There's no problem getting out of America. It ain't no problem getting out of America if you just had to. See, so we need to deal from a position of strength, which is, okay, yeah, I'm just living because I want to be here. If I need to get out this motherfucker, I can get out. So ain't no problem. So you don't have to, what I'm saying that, see, we living in fear, we live from fear. But if you live from a position of strength, like, okay, well, I'm cool, I'm here. No problem. But when I get ready to get out this motherfucker, if I just got to go, I'm gone. You can get you and your whole family out here. It's just like this underground. There's motherfuckers all around will help you get out this motherfucking country. Just like you help motherfuckers get out of slavery. Same difference. You just got to know where they go. Right? They got sanctuary states, which means what? Sanctuary states are where immigrants go because they know you damn near all you need is a face to get something done. They can get all kind of paperwork and whatever else they need. Right? The Jews, when they was coming over to this country, they was getting fake paperwork and all kind of fake shit. Now they want to talk about the immigrants getting fake shit.
Right. Come on.
But they wasn't upset when they was getting it.
Right.
Trying to get out of Germany. Now all of a sudden, because SA want his shit, you got a problem. See what I'm saying? It's all paperwork. America is a paper country. It's not a real country.
That's right.
Understand what I'm talking about? Who knows what I'm talking about?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
That's it.
It's a paper country. You only exist on paper. How do we know? Don't report for 7 years. You see what happens.
Okay.
Your Social Security number is dead. Bye. You damn near have to convince them you came back from the dead to try to get something after 7 years. End the story. End the story. See? So you only exist on paper. When you go blank, right? You got to understand something. Anything that expires, let the motherfucker expire. Let it expire. I'm talking about when, as you get closer to going for your freedom. I know everybody's in different stages. See what I'm saying? But as you get closer to realizing, you know what? I want to do this in this country and do this in this country. Everything that expired, let the motherfucker expire. Social Security number, expired, stop using motherfucker. Why are you using it? You try to wait till you get 65 to get to the shit. You can be on the underground economy getting your shit. The underground economy is where all the money is being made. They keep trying to track the motherfucker. They can't. See what I'm saying? Everybody getting money on the underground. How do you know? Go to the flea market. You got a flea market here? Okay. We got one in St. Louis. They making all kind of money.
That's right.
All kind of money selling shit. See what I'm saying? Undocumented. The only reason we work for somebody is because that's a story that's been sold to us about how to work. So we work for somebody else. You're supposed to work for yourself. Be self-contained. Right? You got all kind of skills. You're supposed to use them skills. And get paid for those skills. Right? Every now and then, I get paid for this. And guess what my other skill is where I get paid? Gambling.
Oh, man.
Shit. Right? That's nigga shit.
Oh, man.
I don't play the craps, I play roulette. If you've been listening to me on blog, you know that's what I do. They can't track my shit. I don't even have a card. You know when you go on the board, if you're trying to say, well, sir, do you have a card? No.
Oh, man.
I don't have a car. You're not tracking how much money I'm making this motherfucker. See what I'm saying? I go on the casino and I play the roulette. Undocumented. Undocumented. I've been doing that shit for years. Right? They can't track your money. That's a skill. Right? My skill is looking at that roulette wheel. I got algorithms in my head. Most of the time, I know where that motherfucker gonna land. And I get that money. Shit, I rob the motherfucker in 30 minutes, I'm gone. Just like I call this nigga loan. Going to get this nigga loan, right? Going to rob the casino, gone. And I'm out there. Whatever your skill is, you're supposed to be utilizing to get your shit. See? That's how the ancestors or whoever that came down through you and got into you. And that's what you're supposed to use. Right? Because a lot of the other avenues that they get of white boys are closed to us. No problem. You go over here and get it. You see? So you need to start exploring whatever your gift is. And that's where you're going to get your shit. And they'll be off the record. They'll never know. You'll never know. And you ain't supposed to get them access to that. But we don't do that because society has taught us about the 9 to 5, going to school. I don't want a white boy teaching me shit. I don't want him teaching my children shit. 10 children. I homeschooled my children. Right? I was a nigga in the 80s, homeschooling. Right? Nobody knew, niggas wasn't homeschooling then. Take my children to the library, I teach them the way I want them to teach them. All that shit about Galileo and all of that, Kepler and all the motherfucking scientists they talk about, I tear all that shit down.
That's right.
See what I'm saying? Take this Bible, right? You can use the Bible to what? Do two things. Enslave people or free.
Come on.
But you gotta divide them scriptures up correctly.
That's right. That's right.
See, so that your children can be free.
Come on.
They enslaving our children. See? And if we don't get them, they gonna get them. It's us or them. See, so it's a battle. What you gonna do? Make the sacrifice. The minute they, I'm like, shit, y'all gotta go to school. Y'all in my house, shit, every day. Little crumb snatchers, man. They be around you all day long. You gotta teach them, though.
That's right.
But some days, yeah, I got fed up because I didn't want them around me. I didn't no rest. But that's a sacrifice. So what did I have to do? I realized that if I was going to do it, I had to get my hustle on so that I could be around the house to be able to teach them. I couldn't do it 9 to 5 and teach them too.
Right.
Not like I wanted to, because if I'm working, shit, they got to be in school. If their mama working, they latchkey children. They got to be in school. Somebody else got to take care of them. I don't want no white folks having my children. Right?
Come on.
Yeah, that shit was hard, but shit. That's what I wanted to do. I didn't want no white man teaching my children, period. And that's what you have to do. Find a way to do it, because once that white boy start getting their head, that shit is hard. Many of us now are at this stage in our life because we just now deprogrammed from all the shit that he gave us. You understand what I'm talking about?
Right.
Just now deprogrammed. Motherfucker 40.
Cold game.
25 and shit.
Cold game.
Just now deprogrammed.
That's what's up.
You know what I mean? Hard, man. So we supposed to do better now. If we know, so we can stop that shit. We can cut it off. We can stop Willie Lynch, the curse. I said we breaking the spell in 2012.
That's right.
Right? 300 years hence, we breaking the spell. See? So that's what you got to do. All that old shit they taught you, throw it out. That's why I tell people, throw all the everything they motherfuckers taught you, throw it out. Whatever you can bring up, throw it out. Whatever they done taught you about religion, throw it out. About how the earth works, throw that shit out. Throw it out. These motherfuckers tell you that, and you ain't got to believe this, but a lot of times motherfuckers, oh, no, Doc. They've been telling you for the last 400 motherfucking years, right, that the earth is round. But guess what? 5,000 years before that, niggas would say it was flat. It's only been around for 400 years. And that's when the Catholic Church took over the motherfucker. The Catholic Church is the one that put the sun at the center of the universe. Before that, niggas said, no, the earth is the center of the universe. You see what I'm saying? But we don't know that because they didn't flip the script. The teachings have come from the church.
Come on.
Right? The Catholic Church gives you God, this motherfucker ain't got no wife.
Come on,
No,
man.
that's right.
Where's the wife at?
Can't tell you that.
You got a God but no woman?
That's correct.
How's that gonna be?
Right.
How's that gonna be? You can't have a man and no woman.
Right.
How can it be? God had a son, what? He wasn't fucking?
Come on with it.
How did Jesus get?
They're not gonna like that.
Right? So it's different. See what I'm saying? So you have to start digging in and looking at it and understanding this, where it's coming from.
Right.
Right.
See? But that's what you've been given in church. That's what they give you in church. So they give you all of these paradigms and these false illusions and things you never even think about. And then you have to start deprogramming just to get your mind around it. You see? So they give us all of this, like most of us now, we thought about this, right? We go, okay, well, cool, they tell us Jesus is white, but yet, allegedly, he was born in the Middle East. At a minimum, he should be brown. Come on,
At
man.
a minimum.
Just off that alone.
Right.
Okay? Don't bring the bullshit, see? Like niggas can't think.
Right.
Wait a minute now. You say, look, blonde hair, blue eyes, and this motherfucker's Bethlehem?
Come on.
Come on now, Dr. Mootwahz.
Right? Miss me with that shit.
I know that's right.
Miss me with
All
that
bullshit,
motherfucker right
every
there.
bit of it.
Okay? Because you ain't making no sense. So what I'm saying is, see, so these little things start to spring up. These little, right? You get that thread. You go, wait a minute. People talk fast, right? But you got to be listening to them. Or they'll sell you some shit and tell you it don't stink. Right? Now you wiping their ass. I wipe that for you. You see what I'm saying? But it ain't making no sense. See? So we have to start questioning the education that we have been given because it was given to us when we were young. Why? Because the Germans who basically started kindergarten, that's what it means. The German word means child garden, raising the children like flowers. They're the ones who gave us kindergarten. Why? Because they realized a long time ago that the best time to get a child mind is when they're around 4 or 5 years old. Then you can shake them and you can control them for the rest of their life. And that's what happened. So all this shit that they're programming to us, we know it is true. But it's hard to shake. It's hard to shake. Right? Some of y'all can go out and go, okay, shit, I can use that. I'm going to take that. Some of y'all go, nah, shit, I ain't ready for that. I ain't ready for that.
Man, motherfucker, though, man.
See what I'm saying? But you just delaying the inevitable. Come on. See? Because you can be free if you want to. I'm just a messenger. That's all. I'm just a messenger. I'm doing a lot of shit that I talk about. One of my mottos is I try to be about what I'm talking about.
Come on. Come on.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying I'm perfect. I'm just trying to do the shit. See what I'm saying? It's like motherfucker get up here and talking about be a vegan and eat 400 pounds. Fat vegan don't make no sense. Ain't that wrong?
Don't add
You know
up.
what I mean? I only been a vegan for 6 months. Well, shit, if you've been a vegan for 6 months, you still should be thin. Right?
Right.
See, this shit is wrong. But you don't think about it. No, you ain't no vegan. You're lying somewhere in there. See, that's what people are doing. They lying to us, and then they expect you to overlook it. Right? Because they try to give you a bill of goods. See? But in the nigga church, we taking the Bible back, right? We taking the Bible by the chop this motherfucker up the way it's supposed to be, the King James Brown version,
Oh,
Come on with it.
oh.
right? That's what it is. We taking it back and using it for freedom, not enslavement, because you can read this motherfucker, when you read it right, you see shit all in that book, you cool, I can use it. Because the Bible basically came from niggas, but they revised, the revision. They revised it. You see what I'm saying? Most, you know that they wrote the Bible because they used it to control people to do this, what they were going to do. See? Because most of the time, we the same way. Right now, today, they tell you, you want to hire something from niggas, what do?
Put in the book.
Thank you. Niggas don't like to read. You know why? Because we keep it in our heart. That's why. Shit, you tell a nigga something, he'll remember it.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Nigga gotta read it, man, gone. Gone with that. Shit, I just read because what I have to. I still don't like reading. Right? But I be reading, right, to dispel a lot of shit. Niggas don't like to read. Right? We remember shit.
Come on,
Right?
yes, sir.
You gotta teach a white boy, look, you got white boys write a book about how to play basketball. First you set up and put the arm up. Up, motherfucker. Up. Nigga just come out,
Watch it.
shoot that motherfucker. Don't even look. Right? You gotta, everything you got to write down for your motherfucker. See, this is the difference between us and niggas, and we have to start understanding and accepting this shit. You have to teach a nigga how to, white boy, how to throw a blow and shit. Niggas been fighting all their life. We know how to fight. Yeah. See? So that's the difference. But but they keep trying to fit us into their paradigm. And this is what I'm saying. This is the problem. They keep trying to fit us into their paradigm, and from the very beginning they fit us into it, and that shit distorts us. And then you come out, you all uncomfortable and shit. Why? Because you've been forced into a paradigm that's not for you. Forced into schooling that's not for you. Niggas don't need to go to school. We don't need to go to school. See? Why? Because of the fact that we come from a bloodline that's the oldest on the planet. This shit is already in you. So nigga can come out and just automatically know what's supposed to be done.
Come on with it.
George Washington Carver showed you that. He was 5 years old going to different plantations and shit, telling white folks how to do their farm. They used to call him the little doctor. This shit is already in you. You know how to do it. Then when you go to school, the white boy will try to tell you a different way to do it, and the shit is going to be fucked up. We already know it. They done killed the land, they can't grow shit. Monsanto's taking away every motherfucking thing. Why? Because the land is not arable anymore. Arable means that you can grow shit on. They can't grow shit on the land, they done killed it.
Come on.
If they'd have listened to George Washington Carver, the shit would still be arable. Right? They was dying in the South. He said, listen, all you gotta do is go take the dirt. Turn the motherfucking dirt over. Oh, really? All we have to do is turn the dirt over. Yes, turn the dirt over. You have fresh dirt, new dirt, and your seeds will grow. Simple. Right? Simplicity. Practicality. That's what we're about. Niggas. But this gets taught out of you. Now it becomes complicated. And now you can't do shit unless you think. Right? You gotta start thinking about how to take a shot, you'll be finished. This shit gotta be ingrained, it's gotta be automatic. You ain't thinking, you just doing it. See, if you gotta think about it, it's over. We learned everything from them. They try to teach us everything, and it just fucks us up. But you gotta come out of that. See? That's what has messed us up in the world today. So, back to this right quick. So we believe we are citizens. Hood laws is about understanding what your rights are right, as a people. If you a person, you artificial. See, they use words of art. That's what I call it. They slick.